And on Instagram, I've been getting some DMs about program design. How often should I switch things up, hitting plateaus? Such a common topic. Such a common topic. Such a common topic to discuss plateaus. And a lot of times plateaus aren't really plateaus. People just aren't patient enough. People just don't like to wait. They just want constant progress. And it's really hard to get this point across because everyone wants fast results. Everyone wants instant results. And everyone wants like results that go linear. But results don't happen just because you're going to the gym. You don't just deserve results. You have to force the results, you know? You have to force results. You have to absolutely force results. That's what results are. It's an adaptation. It's an adaptation, okay? Adaptation is what the response is to stress. And adaptation is the response to chronic stress. And what I mean by chronic stress, I mean external stress, external stressors, a stress response. So, for example, if you overload your body with weights or with cardio or with yoga regularly, your body will adapt over time. That's what will happen over time. Your body will adapt. You'll get more mobile. Let's say with yoga, you get more flexible, you have more range of motion, you will get stronger, you'll build more endurance. If you're doing endurance type training. So your body will adapt over time. It won't happen from one workout, which is why if you go to the gym and do a workout, you're not going to be, wow, I'm huge the next day. What are you going to feel the next day? Fucking sore, especially if it's your first workout. You're going to feel jacked up. You're going to feel absolutely beat to shit. So you're going to be sore. That's a reaction, but that's not an adaptation. If you expose your body progressively, building up with resistance, building up with volume, slowly over time, which is why you want to have a program that ramps you up properly and teaches you the proper basics, the movement, stabilization exercises. You do your yoga, you're correcting imbalances and correcting your posture. Once you do that over time, your body will build those adaptations to that stress. So you'll build muscle, you'll look bigger, you'll have more endurance, you'll have more strength, all those types of things. So it doesn't happen overnight. But just the fact that you're going to the gym and doing it regularly doesn't mean that you're always going to see consistent progress. So we have this assumption that, I'm going to the gym, I have a membership, or I'm doing a program that I will constantly see progress. And there's also this misconception that if you don't see progress all the time, that you're doing something wrong. So it's kind of like this tug of war between when do I cut my losses, when do I change my program? And that's okay if you have a plateau and you really have a plateau to change your program. But what I want to discuss is how dramatically and how drastically should you change your program and what should your program be reflecting? And here's where it comes down to enjoyment versus doing the fucking shit that you need to do. And this is where discipline and consistency comes in. This is where accountability comes in. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. A lot of people are trying to do something and train in a way that they enjoy. And there isn't anything wrong with it. However, fitness, exercise should not be fun. And what I mean by should not be fun, what I mean by that is that should not be the defining factor of your training. You can enjoy it. I absolutely want you to enjoy it. I absolutely hope you enjoy it. I think you should enjoy it. But I think you should enjoy taking stock in your body. I think you should enjoy investing your efforts in your body in a manner in which it will improve your body and improve your health. So entertainment, albeit that would be nice, that's not the determining factor for whether or not a program will work. It can be a component because if you like something that you're doing, you're more likely to be consistent with it. However, if you don't like something, it doesn't mean that it won't work. If you don't like something, it could still work really well. You just don't like doing it. In which case I say, well, fucking pick it. Like, decide. You don't like to do a certain style of training, but you want the results that would come from that style of training. Either suck it up, buttercup, or fucking do something else and be satisfied with not getting those results. Again, if you're trying to get leaner and get shredded and build muscle and have a physique, you need to lift weights. I don't like lifting weights. Then you're not going to get those results. Then you have to be satisfied with not getting those results. Then you can go do some other form of activity. Just remember that your body will adapt to the stress that you put it under. If you're doing a lot of cardio, your body's not going to build a lot of muscle. Right? You're going to plateau pretty fucking hard, and you might not get the results that you want. So it depends on what you want to happen and then doing what you need to do to make that happen. And that's usually where people diverge and people get it wrong. They try to go after entertainment. Oh, this is fun. This is stimulating. Doesn't have to be. That's irrelevant. Doesn't have to be stimulating. It needs to work. And that can help. That's like a Venn diagram. It can cross over, but it doesn't necessarily have to. Okay? So, that being said, how much people change their workout programs is atrocious. And how random people exercise is also atrocious, because it takes people far off from their goals oftentimes. And the amount of variety that you need is often very, very overestimated. You can get a ton of variety with the same exercises without change. You don't need to change everything, is my point. Most people, when they start doing some type of variety, or they start mixing it up and they think, hey, they start recanting muscle confusion. They start using that and throwing it around as if it fucking means anything. They start using, just the term mixing it up, plateaus. People throw around these program design principles and these programming principles and the exercise physiology principles without truly understanding what they mean. Your body will adapt if you constantly expose it to a stress. If you're changing it too often, your body won't adapt well because it doesn't know what to adapt to. And if you think your body gets used to something after a couple days or after a week, you couldn't be further from the fucking truth. It takes a while for your body to fully adapt to a new stress or a new stimulus, which means you don't have to change things that much or that often, especially if you're trying to build muscle. And that's usually what I'm talking about, because a lot of people try to shy away from building muscle, where I think that's where most people need to go. Most people need to train to build muscle because it'll help you metabolize fat. It'll help you lean out more over time. It'll build bone density. It'll build your functional strength, and it'll build your ability to do things, your activities of daily living easier and better. And you can build that physique. You'll get the aesthetics that you want. You'll build the booty. You'll get the chest. You'll get the biceps. You'll get the legs. You'll get the body that you want. You'll also make it easier for you to metabolize fats and to lean out. You'll fit better in clothes and so forth. So you'll get a lot of the things that it'll check off a lot of those boxes that people want. A lot of people say they want to build strength. Okay. People want to look, you want to look better. Get the fuck out of here. Very few people are I'm just exercising for my health. I think that should be the foundation, but you're lying. You're straight up fucking lying to yourself if you're not doing it for the way you look. I do it for the way I look, and you do it for the way you look. Health is like, we treat health as like the bonus, even though we have to come at it from that standpoint. But we all really, that's what we see in the short term. That's what we look at in the mirror. We see, oh, we look good and we feel good. We want the health, and we should focus on the health, and that should really be the foundation. But we all want to look good. We all want to look good naked. We all want to feel good. Don't pretend like you don't. It's not even worth it. It's just, you do want to look good. I want to look. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look good, because you look good for yourself and you look good for other people, and you feel attractive to other people, and other people are attracted to you. And that's just, come on, it's fucking sex, and you have babies. That's the only reason why we're here on this earth. Let's not pretend like, oh, we're all here to, we're here to fucking make babies and then die. That's really all it is. Okay. So trying to complicate it and try to make it seem like there's any other real reason for exercising. Yes, it's good to be healthy. And yes, we should focus on that and longevity and all those things, which is why yoga, meditation, all those things help us do this stuff for longer. But don't try to pretend like you're not doing it for your looks too. You're doing it for all of it, which is fine. Okay. Now, when it comes to your training and mixing it up, you don't have to train random all the time. You don't have to mix it up all the time. You can stick to a program longer than 4 weeks. You can stick to a program for 8 weeks. You can stick to a program for 12 weeks. You can change up your program, and you can add that kind of variety by just swapping out an exercise the following week. One exercise. You can swap out flat bench for an incline bench. You can swap out lunges for Romanian deadlifts. You can swap out one exercise, and that would be variety. That would be mixing up your routine. Although because we're so used to getting eye fucked by a billion posts on Instagram and a ton of YouTube content and everything just flash, boom, 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 we think that we have to do a lot more. We're not satisfied with the difference or the change unless it looks drastically different because we essentially have ADD with all the social media. We have ADD with our phones. So whenever it's not extreme change, it doesn't even register on our scale, which leads people to doing way too many things like CrossFit and just doing random shit all the fucking time and doing 50 fucking power cleans, then running for 2 miles on pavement, and then coming back and doing a million fucking burpees and just random shit like that to feel exhausted. And then we start getting these group exercise classes that just keep on trying to one up the previous class and one up and make it more challenging and more insane, which is why things like the CrossFit Games just gets more and more fucking ludicrous and stupid and reckless every year because they have to make it more interesting. So you're seeing how they just keep on progressing it until people just start breaking themselves. Remember was it this past year with the cycling or the biking and people were just fucking getting destroyed? It was stupid. They're just trying to make it more challenging so it attracts viewers and it just feels harder. That's all it is. It's just to make it more difficult, which is at the expense of actually proper training. Okay. And that's what a lot of people do in the gym. They do things that are cerebrally stimulating at the expense of what will actually get you results and what will keep you healthy in the long term. I am here to tell you that if you get hurt, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter what your program is. If you're hurt, you can't do shit. It doesn't matter if you get hurt. So in your programming, no matter what you're adjusting, no matter what you're tweaking, you need to make sure your programming is keeping you safe. You need to make sure you are recovering enough. You need to make sure it's keeping you healthy and it's keeping you not injured. Understand? You don't have to do random shit until you just fucking break yourself. Just because it's something different doesn't mean it's good. Thanks for watching, fam. Make sure to subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast on YouTube so you can catch the live streams every single day.